Showers.
Big treat tonight. We've got a great boxing champion for our sportscasting champ. That's right. And your name again?
Kid Dynamite.
Kid Dynamite. Danny Romero, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank you.
Danny is a champion at the 115?
Right.
112. In other words, he could hit me 4 or 5 times before I knew it, and but that's been happened before.
We don't want to try it.
Yeah, we don't want to do it. Danny, you've boxed for how long now?
15 years. I've been doing it for 15 years.
You don't look like you've been around long enough to be doing anything for 15 years, right? And you're undefeated, right?
Right.
All right, well, get a big win tonight. Have some fun with this. Do my job. Of course, I'm not going to do yours. Okay, go ahead. Have some fun with it.
Thank you. Well, with no end to the baseball strike, inside spring training began today for several teams around the country. A handful of replacement players and minor league players took to the field in Fort Lauderdale for the first day of the Yankees camp. The minor leaguers say they won't cross the picket line to the big leagues, which means the quality of Major League Baseball will take a giant step backwards. The whole idea has Yankees owner George Steinbrenner biting mad.
I think that we have to get back to the bargaining table, and soon, and we have to stay there until we get something settled.
You know, it takes a lot of hard work to become a champ. In fact, I don't do it alone. I get help from young and old alike. 11-year-old Ray Santos III has power, speed, and best of all, he trains with true champions. He's only been in the ring for a little more than a year, but already the little southpaw, Little Ray, has been a great help in preparing me for some of my fights.
Danny's fought 7 southpaws. Ray has been sparring with Danny for a year now. He's a southpaw, and he's gotten Danny ready. He's the only one that's gotten him ready for this.
He comes in here as a kid, and he's working with men. And he's real competitive, so he pushes himself to keep up with the men. If he's in here working with a lot of kids his age, he probably wouldn't be working as hard.
All the hard work has paid off. He recently became the first New Mexican since yours truly to win a national Silver Gloves title. His arsenal is a formidable one.
I like to throw my right hook and my overhand left. And if a guy's dancing around, I just throw a lot of jabs and work on my combinations. If a guy stands there and wants to slug with me, I'll slug with him.
The long-range plans for Ray III call for him to turn pro in 7 years. That means he'll have to put his other sports he also excels in on hold.
You know, he's loved a lot of his other sports, and he's slowly but surely dropping them for boxing. Boxing's kind of just taking over his life.
Who knows, Ray, you might take my title. The Lobos will try to break a 5-game losing streak when they travel to Fort Collins to meet the Colorado State Rams tonight. Meanwhile, the New Mexico State Aggies are back home where they'll try to beat the Nevada Wolfpack. Terry will have highlights of both games at 10. The Albuquerque Sports Hall of Fame will name Janet Trujillo its Female Athlete of the Year for '94. Trujillo was among, of all state performer of Eagles girls basketball team and their soccer team. She is now running at the Auburn University, where she has set records along the nation's best runners. Janet will be honored at the annual Hall of Fame banquet March 23rd at the Ramada Classic. Now it's time for this week's ski report for New Mexico and Southern California.
One quick note, the Hall of Fame banquet is March 22nd, right?
Right.
But that's okay. What's a day among friends? One quick question. When are you going to fight Johnny Tapia?
That ain't gonna happen. I don't want it to happen, and we want 2 world champions here, not 1.
Okay. Well, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. All
Thank
right.
you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Nelson wants to
Thank
take
you.
it. Watch it easy, Nelson. Thanks for being here, champ. Okay,
You bet.
buddy.
Well, Howard Morgan's about to step into the ring with a look at the weather.
And his forecast is quite a knockout. We'll be right back.